Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class. That is English for grade 3. We are learning Unit 9. Its title is Domestic Duties and Chores. My dear fellow teachers, this lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation, and worksheet links are given. You may click it, download it, follow it as it is, or modify it for your convenience. Yes, my dear children, today we are going to learn about stress and intonation patterns. So our focus for today is stress. Before this, in English for grade 2, we have learned about syllables of words. We know how to find out syllables, how to say it. I hope you remember, otherwise you may watch this video lecture again, because this concept going to help us to learn to recognize stress. And intonation pattern, inshallah, we'll do tomorrow. Stress is our focus for today. And differentiate among them as used in statements and questions. This is our SLO for today. Let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah mentions in Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 285. And they say, we hear and we obey. We seek your forgiveness, our Lord, and to you is the final destination. Yes, my dear students, better what this beautiful verse is telling us. The true believers, the true followers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what do they say? Whatever you say, Allah, we hear it and we obey it. We accept it. We follow it. Right? So this is a huge message for all of us. Like whenever we listen a command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what should we say? We hear and we accept it. We hear and we obey it. We hear and we follow it. Right? So better, this is a very huge message for us how to spend life according to Quran and Sunnah, because we have to reach to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And whatever we do, whatever we say, it's important to do correct things and to say correct words. That's why we need to learn how to say words, how to say sentences, because beta, sometimes if we are saying a good sentence but in a wrong way, the message gets spoiled, right? That's why we should learn how to speak correctly, right? So now you tell me, what is a syllable? We have learned about it. So what is a syllable in a word? Pause the video, answer this question to your teacher, and then come back. Yes, my dear students, I hope you remember that in a word or in a part of a word, a vowel sound is called one syllable, right? We have talked about it many times. A vowel sound. It doesn't mean a vowel letter, like a vowel sound. And we know sometimes two vowels are together, but they give one vowel sound. So that becomes one syllable, as rain, book, bee. All these are one syllable words. We have learned many words before this, right? Remember all these long and short sounds. So this is vowel sound. And we have learned as well that in one word, there can be more than one syllables, right? Because if in a word, there are more than one vowel sounds, there are more than one syllables. How do we find it? Look at this. Look at this word. How do we say it? I've taught you purple. Purple. So we can find two vowel sounds. That's why it's a two-syllable word, right? This is glass. Glass. So it's one syllable word. And water. Water. It's two-syllable word. Remember, this is how we look at the word, we'll find the vowel sounds, and we make the syllable of the words, right? Now, when we say a word, it's another example, basketball. So it's a three-syllable word, forever. This is how we find out. So when we say a word, what is stress? Stress syllable is louder than non-stress syllable. So better, actually, what does stress mean? When we say a word, a part of a word which we emphasis on. When saying the word, we say one, maybe a syllable we say louder. That becomes stress syllable. Likewise, when we say sentence, a word which we put emphasis on, that becomes a stressed word of the sentence, and we do it to make the meaning clear. When we are speaking, so we have to convey the message by saying the word, by saying the words in a sentence in correct way, then our message will reach, right? So we, in a word we put stress on a syllable, and in a sentence we put stress on words, and we do it both when we are reading or we are speaking, even in sentences or in poems. In both we put stress on different words, on different parts of words, to make our message clear. Do you understand? So let's practice it. This is a word. When we say it, how do we say it? Chapter. Chapter. Now this syllable is louder. That's why it's called stress syllable. Banana. Banana. Now this is 3-syllable word. Okay. So the second one is banana. I want to eat a banana. This is how we say. So how do we find out? We learn it. Okay. So this is how we say words, by putting stress on right syllable, and this is how we say sentences, by putting stress on right word. Okay, so let's practice it through an activity. Teacher will write a bunch of sentences randomly on the board, divide the class up in 2 teams, and one student from each team comes to the board and says stress word or syllable, whatever. The team with more correct answers will win. Okay, so teacher kindly make the sentences simple so that students can enjoy the activity. Pause the video, enjoy the activity, and then come back. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Okay, so it's time to practice from your book. All of you, open your book on page number 70. These words are given here. So what you will do, the bold part means this is a stress word. So you will say all the words in correct way. So teachers kindly make every child to read all the words and keep correcting them wherever they need. So pause the video, complete this task, and then come back. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Okay, so it's time for your homework. You will practice more sentences at home and notice the stress. And here is a worksheet. My dear fellow teachers, this worksheet, lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation links are given. You may click it, download it, and kindly provide a printed worksheet to students for practice. So what we have learned today, we learned to recognize stress. Intonation we learn tomorrow, and differentiate among them and use in statements and questions, inshallah. Intonation patterns, statements and question, we'll do this part tomorrow. So today we worked on stress. Are we done with it? Yes, so that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. Till the time, keep learning, keep practicing, take very good care of yourself. Thank you, and Allah Hafiz.